Yo, what's going on, fellas? Today I'm gonna show you guys how I made this boys noise and locked club style drop. Alright, let me know in the comment section of this video what you thought about that drop. I want to go ahead and talk about what makes a locked club or a boys noise kind of sound, what it sounds like. Alright, so let's start with the drums. Right, we've got this kick here. Very punchy kick, but it's so punchy because it's going into the mixer with a heavy compression. So when I get rid of that compression, you'll hear this. Still punchy, but I would describe that sound more boxy. So with this like saturator, we're adding a lot of high end and it's just very punchy. Another way to do this would just be to go into the effects of the sample, click clip and then boost, and then you can use this kick, or you can find a whole free drum kit linked in the description of this video. Alright bro, I know what you're thinking. If you're saturating the kick, why won't you do that on the mixer channel, the kick? Well, the truth is I'm actually not just using that compression to saturate the kick. I'm actually using that compression to compress together a bunch of different drum loops, claps, and the kick. We're loading all of the drums into that same drum bus. So the first loop that will come across here is this bit, with this built-in clap. Basically, I would describe this shit as a money clap. It's just so not only like slappy, but almost like a snare, you know, like a little bit of a amen break kind of snare. It's so swag. But what makes it actually swag, why you hear that swag sound, is that the second and the fourth hat in this loop, we've just shifted it off the grid to create swing. Let's be honest here. Layering on top of that, we got another hat. Very basic, very simple, clangy sound. I love using these kind of hats. Again, you'll find hats like that in the free drum kit linked below. Alright, the last thing we're layering together is this 808 kit. Now I called it that because it's just a bunch of different 808, Roland TR 808 drum kit samples mashed together into this loop. And again, as you can see, that plus the hat plus the kick plus this earlier drum loop are all going into the drum bus, and together they compress to sound like this. Now I could stop the video right here because frankly, once I did this, I knew I was on the right track. This immediately gives off that locked club style. So the trick here is that we're not sidechaining the hi-hats. We're compressing the hi-hats together with the drum, which is just very dirty. Like, you will lose a lot of clean frequencies, but that's the style, you know, of this kind of track. Look here, this hat is playing at the same time as this kick, and they're compressing together. Kind of controlled chaos, I would describe that. So the second component that makes this kind of sound is the bass line. Now I'm gonna have to go ahead and plug my own serum pack because that's how I made this sound. First, we got this very basic sub. Yeah, basically 90% there because this sub is quite punchy and we're actually having a lot of those bass and low mids. But to take it to the next level, really, we add this fruity fast distortion. Now you'll notice there's another serum preset right here playing this. I'd call that melodic texture because it's not playing the same note. I made this with another sub from my Metamorphosis serum pack. I've just modified it a bit. So I've really banked on that FM sound, which is something that producers have been using forever in serum to create this rave type sound. So what you do is you take two oscillators, you turn one completely off, and you make sure they're both on 0 random. So they're always hitting the same part of the wave. Now, the one oscillator that's still on, it could be A, it could be B. This middle part here, turn it to FM from the other one that's off, right? And then you choose whatever percentage sounds awesome. And it starts sounding cool when you notice that these two are in different octaves. This is -1 octave and this -2. Also, saw waves, as this one, oscillator A, generally sound way higher frequency than sines. So this is almost sounding like at 0 octave at -2. So there's like 2 octaves different in sound, and the more you do it, the crazier it gets. So you gotta find the perfect percentage. It's a balance game. It's super fun. But yeah, I've been doing this for years, so I just found this sounds awesome. and together with the other sub going into the same compression, they sound like this. And again, let me just only play the kick together with that, and you'll hear that we've got that vibe down. Now let's introduce all of the drums. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. All we've done to add on to this is add this vocal, which is filling those harsh frequencies that, you know, the drums and the bass line are just not hitting. I'm talking about the high mids. The other thing we've got here is his actual organ hit from a Boys Noize sample pack. And originally it's out of key. Originally it's 5 semitones down. And lastly, you'll find this one fun. I want you to guess what this is. Oh, did you guess my voice? You're right, this is what it is. The effects that I've added on here is a vocodex on the reverb preset. Just messed around with a bunch of stuff. First of all, 100% wet, 0 sound goodizing, 0 modulator pass-through, 0 carrier pass-through, 30-something% noise. I made it a bit thicker with bandwidth. The thinner you make it, the more it sounds like a synthesizer is what I found. And then I've actually reduced the release to get rid of the reverb sound. And then getting rid of the frequencies I didn't like, you know, softening it basically. Adding a phaser, getting rid of some of that treble because it was kind of disgusting. But so it just fades into the background. It's just fun. You know, it's just a bit of noise. You know, this is a short video because it's really that simple. I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching, because I'm telling you this, I got some crazy videos on the near horizon and I'm super excited to show those to you guys. I've got a Discord community that you can join, linked in the description of this video. Bunch of producers and friends. We're just sharing samples, sharing our music, giving feedback, whatnot. Anyway, that's gonna be all for me today. But if you do want to hear my best tips on how to make your music way louder, then click the video that's about to pop up on screen. And peace.